Cricket is more than a sport in the subcontinent. It is a way of life. And in the 1990s and early 2000s, no contest captured the imagination of fans more than India versus Pakistan. These matches were more than games. They were battles of pride, pressure, and passion. At the heart of this rivalry stood two giants of the game. For India, it was Sachin Tendulkar, the young prodigy who became the nation's biggest hope. For Pakistan, it was Wasim Akram, the left-arm magician, feared as much for his deadly Yorkers as for his cunning mind. When these two clashed, it wasn't just bat versus ball, it was a battle of wits, nerve, and skill. Sachin versus Akram remains one of cricket's purest rivalries, defined not by hostility but by artistry. In 1989, a 16-year-old Sachin Tendulkar made his debut against Pakistan in Karachi. Waiting for him were some of the fiercest bowlers in the world: Imran Khan, Wakar Yunis, and Wasim Akram. Akram, already established as a lethal bowler, tested the young teenager with swing, pace, and bounce. But Sachin, even as a schoolboy, showed incredible courage. He was hit on the nose by Wakar but refused to walk off. Against Wasim, he was often beaten, but he fought. It was in these early encounters that Sachin earned the respect of Akram and the Pakistani team. He was not just another Indian teenager, he was something special. The 1990s were the golden years of Sachin Tendulkar and Wasim Akram. For Wasim, this was the era where he became the Sultan of swing. His ability to move the ball both ways at will, especially with the old ball, made him almost unplayable. Batsmen feared his Yorkers, his bouncers, and most of all, his brain. Wasim was not just a bowler, he was a strategist. For Sachin, the 1990s were the years he transformed into the world's best batsman. Whether it was his 1996 World Cup heroics, his Desert Storm innings in 1998, or his consistency against Australia, Sachin was at his peak. Whenever India and Pakistan met, Sachin versus Wasim became the duel to watch. No rivalry is complete without the World Cup, and Sachin versus Wasim had its share of iconic moments. 1992, India faced Pakistan in Sydney, and Sachin, still only 19, scored a fluent 54. Wasim tried everything, angling the ball across him, bringing it back in, mixing Yorkers and bouncers. But Sachin stood firm, guiding India to a historic win. This was the beginning of his reputation as a big match player. 1996 World Cup, Bangalore. The quarterfinal between India and Pakistan in Bangalore is one of the most famous matches in history. Sachin gave India a blistering start, attacking Wasim and Wakar. Akram, nursing an injury, couldn't bowl his full quota, but his presence alone created pressure. 2003 World Cup, Centurion. Perhaps the most famous duel came in 2003. Pakistan set India 274 to win. Wasim Akram, along with Wakar Yunis and Shoaib Akhtar, formed a deadly trio. Facing them was Sachin, carrying the hopes of a nation. From the very first over, Wasim swung the ball dangerously, but Sachin countered with fearless stroke play. The highlight? A 6 over third man against Shoaib Akhtar that still gives goosebumps. Though Wasim bowled beautifully, Sachin's 98 off 75 balls won the match for India. For many, this was the pinnacle of the Sachin versus Akram battle. Two masters going head-to-head on the biggest stage. The 1990s also saw India and Pakistan clash frequently in Sharjah. These matches often carried a do-or-die intensity, and Sachin versus Wasim produced unforgettable moments. Wasim's mastery of reverse swing in the desert heat was unmatched. Sachin, meanwhile, used his footwork, timing, and fearless stroke play to counter him. There were days when Wasim won, pinning Sachin with late swing or trapping him with Yorkers. And there were days when Sachin dominated, stepping out to drive Wasim through covers or flicking him with elegance. Each battle added layers to their rivalry. It wasn't one-sided, it was balanced, unpredictable, and thrilling. While Sachin scored heavily against Pakistan, Wasim did dismiss him multiple times. His ability to bowl with the new ball and old ball meant Sachin always had to stay alert. In ODIs, Wasim dismissed Sachin 8 times. In tests, he got him out 6 times. Wasim's Yorkers and late swing often forced Sachin into mistakes, particularly early in his innings. But Sachin was not one to be dominated. Against Wasim, he played some of his finest innings. His 118 in Sharjah in 1996, his World Cup knocks, and countless 50s against Pakistan showed his ability to absorb pressure and rise above. What stood out was Sachin's adaptability. If Wasim swung it in, he adjusted. If Wasim went wide, Sachin left patiently. It was a battle of constant adjustments, of brains as much as skill.